Diamante is a 5-star primal caster. He is only available for purchase through the Red Purchase Certificate store at the price of 600 certs per purchase and costs 3,600 certs to reach maximum potential. Diamante, real name Hines, has no combat experience whatsoever, likely due to him being a gem appraiser by day and gentleman thief by night. He stands 180 centimeters tall, was born on the 7th of January in Lothian, and is of the Cabernet race, specifically a bighorn sheep. In his archive files and promotion record, it's noted that the name Diamante once struck fear into Lothian nobles, as the elusive thief publicly announced and flawlessly executed heists, always targeting precious gems. Even after joining Rhodes Island as an appraiser, he kept the moniker, confident in either noble secrecy or his own deception, until an operator linked the helpful yet lethargic Hines of Grindon to the infamous criminal. Curiosity replaced fear, and Diamante faced a barrage of questions, to which he responded with surprising candor, explaining his methods without smugness, only sincerity and mild regret. He detailed floor plans, costs, and even revealed his guards were accomplices, while his famous notices were mere psychological tactics. With the mystery gone, interest faded, and his past became a forgotten curiosity, disclosed only as part of his agreement for treatment. Like his stolen gems, he vanished from attention, except for one moment of excitement when asked if he was inspired by heroic outlaws, accidentally crushing a newly cut gem in his hands. Diamante skillfully omits the most crucial yet unremarkable aspects of his tricks, his agility and delicate light-based originum arts, which subtly manipulate perception. Despite appearing to be a talented caster, entrance tests revealed only average proficiency, with his diverse arts stemming from a unique one that reacts to different gems. While he insists he neither stole nor understands its origins, testing shows it functions only in his hands, leading engineering to suspect it's an unfinished prototype. An old journal suggests its creator died before completing it, leaving Diamante unknowingly to fulfill the role. Yet he seems uneasy with this truth, as if he longs to be free of the wand's hold. 6 months ago, a Grindon newspaper dissected one of Diamante's heists, subtly revealing that the author knew his identity and demanded cooperation. Though no direct threats followed, cryptic commentaries appeared, and Diamante realized he was merely a pawn in someone else's scheme. His downfall came during a botched attempt to steal Visigraph Quinn's diamond necklace, leading to an ambush at his workshop where he was injured and forced to flee, leaving behind a briefcase containing a fake necklace. Seeking refuge, he turned to Rhodes Island, which took him in due to his infection, though the evidence he left behind implicated a high-ranking noble instead. While he insists he poses no risk as long as he stays away from Lothian, his continued use of the name Diamante suggests he has not entirely abandoned his past, hinting that his greatest trick is yet to come. Unlike most appraisers, Diamante values a gem's composition and excavation process over its market worth, often engaging geologists like Earth Spirit and Afiala to refine his knowledge for both practical and social purposes. His deep-seated animosity towards gemstones stems from a traumatic childhood spent in a mine, yet fate forced him into a career built around them. Though he mastered appraisal out of necessity, not passion, a moment of unexpected sincerity arose when a young patient asked if a gem was rather pretty than valuable. For once, Diamante did not answer immediately, only offering a small, bitter smile before nodding. Dia is confirmed to be infected. He has a cell originum assimilation of 6% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.26 parts per liter. The notes in his medical file state his infection has begun to affect his vision, and his condition is serious. In his character art, drawn by Oyo, Dia wears a black shirt underneath a poofy, white-collared shirt with black and red clasp at the collar and mask emblem hanging off of it, monocle over his right eye, black and red top hat, gray suit vest with multiple belts and clasps, a pocket watch hanging off a zipper, black pants with black zipper pockets, and a brown belt around his waist that has a keycard and red keychain hanging off of it. black gloves, infection monitor around his right thigh, black and red dress shoes, and a black with gold trim overcoat. He holds his art staff in his left hand and a briefcase in his right. His infection is visible on his right wrist and above his right eye. In his voice lines, voiced by Daichi Kanbara, Dia often talks of his interest in gems.
右手と左手、どちらの名詞をご所望で？なるほど。宝石鑑定士、ディアマンテと申します。お目にかかれて光栄です。ご心配なく。もう片方を選んでいたとしても、ここには僕がいただくほどの価値があるものなどありませんから。エンジニア部の方が、この杖に目の色を変えておられたので、できることなら動作原理を説明して差し上げたかったのですが、僕自身、これが高純度の宝石の破片でのみ動くことしかわからないのですよ。くず石を使おうと思えばいつでも仕入れられますが、高価な宝石を砕いたものでも効果は変わりません。ドクター、僕はあなたのことを過小評価していたのかもしれませんね。一つ、僕に関する賭けをしてみませんか？例えば、僕が本当に信頼に足る人物なのか否か、あるいは、どれほどの策を用意しているか、それから、もちろん、僕を一人の感染者として扱うおつもりしかないのなら、価値のない石の研磨作業を続けますがね。過ぎたことを蒸し返すつもりはありません。ご覧になった通り、我が宝石鑑定所は瓦礫の山となり、僕の足跡もそこで途絶えました。血まみれの宝石に馬鹿げた査定額をつけずとも良い生活は、随分気が楽なのでね。もう、宝石が粉々になっていく様を想像して悶々とする必要はないのですから。リターニアの高騰ならば、どちらの頂にもあなたをお連れできますが、ご興味はありませんか？あの場所に立てば、きっと、僕のことを理解していただけるはずです。高みにそよぐ澄んだ風。ただそれだけですが、宝石採掘場にいたあの少年も、ただそれだけのものを求めていたのです。
At E2 level 80 with max trust and potential, Dia has 1,309 HP, 668 attack, 111 defense, 15 resistance, a 66 second redeploy time, 18 DP cost, and has a 1.6 second attack speed. His range is the standard range for a primal caster, which is the same as a core caster. At max trust, he gets plus 65 attack. At max pot, he gets minus 2 DP cost, minus 4 seconds to redeploy, plus 25 attack, and a buff to his talent. His talent, Advanced Notice, at E2 pot 4, if there is any enemy inside Dia's attack range who is under the burst effect of Necrosis, he gets plus 21% attack. Dia has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. His base skill, Appraiser's Eyes, is upgraded to Appraiser's Means at E2. When Dia is assigned to a trading post, there is a higher chance to get high yield metal orders and minus 0.25 morale consumed per hour. Dia's first skill, Laser Cutter, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, lasting for 20 seconds at all levels. Level 7 starts with 15 SP and needs 33 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 20 and needs 30. At level 7, Dia gets plus 80% attack, and attacks deal an additional 10% of his arts damage as necrosis damage. If the target is under the burst effect of necrosis, he deals an additional 40% attack as elemental damage. At M3, it's plus 110% attack, an additional 15% arts damage as necrosis, and 50% attack as elemental damage. His second talent, Heat Treatment Discoloration, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, lasting for 35 seconds at level 7 to M3. Level 7 starts with 15 SP and needs 37 SP to proc, while M3 starts with 20 and needs 35. At level 7, Dia gets plus 75 attack speed and attacks an additional target. If the target is under the burst effect of Necrosis, he deals an additional 60% attack as elemental damage. At M3, it's plus 90 attack speed and 75% attack as elemental damage. If you're looking for an arts damage dealer that does corruption damage, Diamante wouldn't be my first pick. As with most operators who are the first of their subclass, Dia is very experimental and doesn't really hold up against later iterations, such as the relatively new Nymph, or comparatively the bit older Virtuosa, or Logos or Ebonholes with their modules. Dia is good for laying down elemental damage with his S1, allowing him to deal more damage with his talent when the necrosis is inflicted. But his S2 completely lacks the ability to deal any elemental damage at all, instead opting to hit 2 targets faster and dealing more elemental damage if the target is already suffering from it. He is cheaper to max pot since you just need the red certs, but there are better operators to spend those certs on, like Ethan or Honeyberry. Overall, if you want necrosis damage, you're better off getting Logos or Ebonholes in their Delta modules, since they just inflict the elemental damage with each attack, or rolling for Virtuosa, whose talent inflicts that elemental damage to enemies in her range, or Nymph, who I'm pretty sure all skills inflict some sort of elemental damage. No priority to raise or purchase. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Girls Frontline videos as well. Come back tomorrow for next week's character and story teasers.